But let's see. First question we have is coming from Maryland. It's from a Miss Tanya Pritchett. She has 2 questions, 3 questions, maybe 4. Hold on, look. The first question is, what's the best way to use the spore oil gel caps?
Well, the spore oil gel caps basically is a large quantity of reishi, Ganoderma lucidum, that is inside. It's about 1 kilo of it that is crushed down to that oil capsule, or 2.5 pounds that is crushed down to, with pressure to get that oil out of that reishi. The powerful thing about that is that you're going to see results very quickly with the product, and you're going to see and feel better really quickly with the product. So to me, it's very important to be taking it. I mean, to me, it's something that is that we need to accomplish. We need to take every single day. To me, it's something that I do every day. So that's what I'm doing.
And look, I didn't even share. There was one time I was kind of sleeping on the spore oil gel caps, but I had been experiencing a pain in my hip for like 3 weeks. It was just crazy. And I finally went to Patient First to get it checked out. And they told me I had a new boyfriend named Arthur. It's a part of being 50 years old, arthritis. And I was devastated about that. But what I did when I got home, for some reason, I decided to try the spore oil caps. And the pain I had for 3 weeks, I haven't had the pain since. So yes, they are absolutely powerful, okay? I had to drop my boyfriend Arthur because of our gel caps. Her next question is, what are the benefits? Oh, you kind of answered it. She was saying, well, no, what are the benefits versus the Gano capsules or the Gano extracts?
Well, the Gano extracts basically is, it's a part of the mushroom that's called the mycelium. It has, it also has spores in it, basically. So it's a part of the plant that's the reishi that is the most powerful part for your health reasons. So what do we have in there is something that's pretty powerful. Now, what is the difference between that one and the spores? The other one's just spore oil of the spores, and it has all the nutrition of the spores and quantified into 2.5 pounds of it. So it's pretty powerful when you take it that way. But which one do you prefer? Well, what I prefer both of them. I mean, I literally take the capsule and the powder is the same thing to me. So it's like I just take a scoopful of the reishi, put it in hot water and take it. Put it in coffee if you need to and take it. When you put it in hot water, it just works phenomenally in a lot of different ways. So that's what I do. I mean, so I don't know if you guys want to. What's the difference between both? They're both reishi. It's just one is condensed and to a lot, and then the other one is in powder form. But that's the only big difference.
So Hazel Brooks, because your question is related, to piggyback on that, she's asking what's the best way to use the reishi extract.
Open your mouth. Go like this.
I love it. I love it. Final question for Tanya Pritchett. What's the best way to approach fitness businesses, owners, in order to, what is the best way to approach fitness/biz owners, practitioners, or anyone about displaying your products or partnering with them in their business?
Well, I mean, that's I think a difficult question to answer. I mean, I think it's every person is different when you approach them about putting, especially in their practice. Let's just say where there's a practitioner that is actually in there. I would just speak to them directly and say, look, how would you like to have something within your office that can help a lot of people, but you're making commissions off every single time it's helping sales? Because if you're interested, then you move forward into explaining more about it. If they're not interested, you just sort it through them. Why push it?
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Ms. Pritchard, for submitting your questions. Now we have Elizabeth Weeby from Canada, and her question is, when is Vida Divina coming to Canada?
Well, that's a great question. Right now, Canada is one of those countries we want to get to, but there's a lot of different laws that we have to abide by. We can ship into it pretty simple. But to have an office there and everything else, there's a lot of rules between the French side and the English side that we need to abide by. And at this moment, our lawyers are telling us to wait for a while. So I don't know if something's changing or we're just waiting.
Okay, so I don't even know if I want to ask this question, Mr. Carlin class. He says, what about Guyana? When my Guyana team and the other Guyana people start doing a lot of things. But Mr. Carlin class is asking, what about Guyana?
What about what?
Guyana. When is the plans to come to Guyana?
To Ghana or to Guyana?
Guyana, the Caribbean.
Oh,
Latin America, where,
Yes, well, to be honest with you, I have no plans just yet, but, we speak to your leaders to, and create something. I'll definitely take that in mind. I would love to be there.
He said it's the best part of the world.
I believe it. Trust me, I believe that.
Let's get some more tea in the market, Mr. Collin. I asked that question, but that's okay. All right, so we also have a question from Natalia. Says, what is the best product for belly fat? And also, she would like to know what is safe for any mother's breastfeeding.
Nothing's safe for anybody breastfeeding unless your doctor says so. So it's like if you're breastfeeding, I would not recommend you taking anything unless your doctor says it's okay for you to take it. Everything that we have is nutritional. It's like food, basically. That's all it is. But yet, it's good to have a doctor's approval of anything, because you don't know what. There's people that can't drink milk during a pregnancy. There's people that can't drink, for example, salt water or something that is different. And so everybody should be speaking to the doctors if they should be taking it or not while breastfeeding. The other question was, again, Natasha?
What part is good for burning belly fat?
Belly fat, I think life is the best for burning belly fat if you're going to go to the gym. If you don't want to go to the gym and do nothing, HCG would be best. If you just want to linger on and continue on eating and slowly lose it, maybe Scope Max basically would be it, but adding it to life, I think would be a powerful combination. From there, there's, I think, a lot of workout that will help too. I'm trying to get rid of mine.
Alrighty, thank you. Next one, Matisse Brown. Question is, clients always ask for a regimen for taking out supplements. Is there a regimen that a client can follow to optimize the benefits of our products?
The majority of the products are herbs and natural plants, basically. The best way to take any of these products is on an empty stomach, anytime. If you want to take anything, it's very important that it's on an empty stomach, especially after you woke up, when you've had 8 hours with no food. It's always the best time. Now, there's some products that you can take throughout the day. Like, for example, our Atom, our energy product. You take that when you need it, and you can take that with food. That one's perfectly with food and stuff like that. But the energy levels are going to be, pretty powerful. It's when you're going to need to go to the gym, when you need to go running, when you need to do a lot of different things. We have our products like the Orange Genius. You take that all day long if you wanted to. So it all depends. When would I take the products, and when did I take the products? On an empty stomach in the morning. As a regimen, I just pour as many of these capsules that I can that I want into me, and that's it.
All right, Sheila. Second question. During the convention, the doctor said that Raiden products will help with keloids. If that is a beauty line for women, is that a beauty line for men or for women? And when will it be available? Will we have literature in reference to this amazing line of products?
Yes, and it's available right now. There's no points on those products right now because before we're trying them, we're waiting for boxes. We're waiting for a lot of different things that obviously a huge delay in packaging right now. So we're waiting for a lot of packaging. We're waiting for a lot of different things so we can literally launch it the way we should. Radiant is a phenomenal company, like you guys heard before, and you heard the doctor talk about talk about how Radiant since the early 2000s has been doing some phenomenal things, especially with the wound care, and everywhere else. When we purchased the company out, it was something that I think, for me, it was important because my wife it's the only product my wife has ever used in her skin that was able to not give her rashes, not do a lot of different things that made her feel horrific or anything like that. For me, Radiant has been one of those blessings, basically, in the products that we've created through Radiant. I think are going to be some phenomenal products for everybody. Now, are they for women, for men? The majority of the line are for women. We do have a men's product that they can be used, and both of them have the same ingredients. The only difference is that men's skin is a little tougher. So that's why there's a men's cream that is a little tougher for it to be absorbed, and men can put as large as quantity as they want on their skin without issues. Women's skin is a little different. Around the eyes is a little softer, it's a little bit more delicate. So you need to have a different cream for the eyes. You need to have a different cream for the face. You need to have a different cream for the hands and the chest area where the sun hits and stuff like that. So all that stuff we're putting together so every one of you can really reach out and try this stuff. Like, for example, if you go to the back office, you can order a kit right now of Radiant if you wanted to try it out. And soon enough, you guys will see the full line, basically, with some beautiful boxes that are going to be added and everything else.
Thank you. Someone asked if there's an age limit when it comes to Orange Genius. I was trying to grab it. I don't see anything on here. Is there an age limit when it comes to the Orange Genius?
No, I have kids drinking it. Are kids intolerant to some of the caffeine that we have that is not that? Maybe. They might get a little hype because there's some natural caffeine in it, but there's more dangerous caffeine in a Coca-Cola. And if they're drinking that and you're giving them sodas, this is nothing. This is something that's very good for them. So a lot of people ask, he goes, can we give this to our kids? Are you giving them Coke? Are you giving them sodas? Are you giving them Shasta? Are you giving them a lot of those things? If you're giving them those, this is a lot better than any of those things products. It's a lot natural. Now, will it help them with school and stuff? Definitely. You're going to notice kids in sports and kids in school doing a lot better with this product. So you're going to notice that.
Erica Gonzalez says her 2-year-old absolutely loves it. Okay. Next question comes from Nigeria, from Miss Gift. Her question is it possible to have the tea in smaller tea bags? Example, brew and or drink instant tea.
We wanted to do an instant tea for a very long time because people have been asking, because there's obviously a company out there that I used to be at that have an instant tea at this moment. But the difference is that their instant tea is, if you look at the ingredients, you're looking at the ingredients that are laxatives. Our tea is not a laxative. And to be honest with you, one of the things that you have to understand is that the way it brews and the reason it's a gallon there's a big reason for it. It's not just it's part of the tech that's behind the product, but there's a big difference in making a cup worth to instantly drink it or brewing a gallon of it where it's sitting for multiple hours brewing so you can have the best quality product. You want to make sure that all the minerals, all the nutritional factors of this product is actually in the tea and the water when you're drinking it. And that's important, and that takes time.
Okay, what I do know is that some people don't know about how you could take the tea and make a cup and how tea could be instant. Can you explain that? Dr. Esther showed me that a couple of years ago at convention. I was shocked.
Well, there's people that can literally take a tea bag, put it in their cup, put hot water in it, shake it up, move it around, and drink it, and then refill it with hot water, do it again, drink it, and stuff like that. Now, are you getting everything? Would it work instantly like that? Yes, but here's the facts of it, is that you still need to get all the nutrition, all the minerals out of that product. It still needs to be brewed. There's a reason why you have to steep it for 8 hours. There's a reason why you have to steep it for as long as you need to for the product to work correctly. Will it work still? Yes, obviously it's going to work, but is it an instant product automatically? No. I mean, unless you want to spend the kind of money, sachet for a single drink, fantastic. It's expensive. My wife will do it. I mean, she has the money to do it. I mean, so it's like she just shakes and rattles and take it in. Fantastic. But I would definitely say follow the instructions. Now, there's another way to make it instant if you wanted to. It's like just make the pure tea. Just that, like the way, you know, when you're steeping it in a quart of water, and just hold the concentrated one and just pour as much as you need and add water as you need it. That's the only thing you can do that's closest to instant for it. Now, if you want something that is, you know, just to, because you just want to go to the restroom or something, you know, I'm telling you one thing. Try the Skull Max. And then, you know, it's not the same as a tea, but if that's the effect you want, you're going to see that happen. I mean, Latasha said she sneezed once and something happened, so that's the story for her to tell. I'm not.
You done tell my story. I had to get an oil change last week, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, this coat bag, it does. It got you going to the bathroom. And I'm sitting up there, the guy wants me to pay, and I realized I sneezed. I didn't think I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I ran so quick. He said, you want to leave your keys here? I'm going to leave my keys here. Child, I went to the bathroom, came back out. Not only had I left my keys, I had left my cell phone there, too. Scope Max is no joke. Don't stop laughing at me, y'all. And if you put it with a tea, oh, my goodness. Those of you who are doing the Scope Max with a tea, drop it in the comments, and I will read your comments. Absolutely. It works.
It's powerful. It's powerful. So, I mean, if you want to get the nutrition factor, you know, first of all, you got to understand how the tea works and why it works. Okay, that's one of the things that most people don't understand, because most people think it's just to go to the bathroom, the tea, it's not a laxative, my friends. It's nutrition that's coming into your body that food doesn't have no more, because everything you eat is impoverished. Everything, you know, I like to tell people, you know, when I was a kid, I used to cut a watermelon in half and eat it with just a spoon. That's about it. And it's like I'm eating cereal. And I used to love it because it used to be sweet. It's not sweet no more. So now you got to add all these, you know, spices and, you know, salt and everything else that you put on it to try to get some flavor into it. Why? Because it's not the same as it was in the past. An orange is not the same as it was in the past. A radish is not the same as it was in the past. The radish used to be hot like a pepper. Now it's like water. It's not even spicy no more. And see, one of the things that you have to understand, it doesn't have yodo, it doesn't have minerals, it doesn't have a lot of things, because it's so forced to grow so quickly, so we need to feed more people with less farms. Now, because of that, and because of the hormones in meats, especially in chicken and beef, and chicken is the worst one, by the way, and beef and pork and everything else, you know, you need a filter for your life. And tea is just a filter. Every time you eat, you're filtering out all that stuff that's, you know, all those pesticides. Man, you know, do you know that a single apple has dozens and dozens of pesticides on the apple shell? And people just grab an apple, wipe it on their shirt, and start biting it. You don't understand how much, you know, how much chemicals are on that skin, on that wax that they put on each apple. There's a lot of stuff that people don't understand that's in fruits and vegetables and a lot of different things, and why people are malnourished at these time of days. You know, so drink your tea every day, and you're going to see a big difference, especially if you're eating food. It's a daily thing that you're going to do the rest of your life. That's fantastic, but you're going to live a lot longer. You're going to feel a lot better. You're going to smile a lot more. Trust me, it's going to be fantastic.
All right, now, I'm going to skip Simone. Yes, Scope Max are capsules. They are capsules. My pack is almost gone. That's why I'm not giving up my other one. Can you see them? Oh, let me balance it. There are capsules. I know that someone, we're going to get to it, does have a question about when is it going to be back, Armand. So I must go back to Gift's last question. But as far as Scope Max, when will it be back?
Well, one of the great news that we had today, basically, is that one of the ingredients just passed, that we were waiting for, just passed customs today. So as soon as we can get that released from the ports and into our warehouse, then I think we can start packaging it and start, capsulizing it and making it, put it in the pack and everything else and put it for sale. So I think I would say, at the most 2 weeks, I think, a week maybe, depending on how quickly we can get our ingredient from the ports.
And how many units did we sell in 2 days?
We sold 55,000 units.
Y'all hear that? 55,000 units?
There's a lot of people with stories that are incredible and with no shame of telling the story, because those capsules are powerful.
All right. Now, I'm going to go back to Gift. I'll jump back to Scope Max in a minute, guys. Gift's last question was, is it possible for points not to be wiped out?
Is it possible for points? As long as you're active at the end of the month, you should be fine. If you're not active at the end of the month, your points will get flushed. Yes. So it's just important to be active. So 120 points, if you can't afford 120 points, sell 3 products. You'll get the 120 points from sales. Those count too. All the sales that go through the system counts your personal volume. So.
Thank you. Josephine Thomas from Pennsylvania. When will Jamaica be fully operational?
We're working on Jamaica at the moment. There's a lot of things that behind the scenes that's happening. I don't see Jamaica this year being fully operational. I think next year would be probably a better estimate, basically. But we're working very hard to make sure that happens. Last time I was in Jamaica doing the meeting for that convention we had down there, I think a lot of people know that we're very interested in being in Jamaica. So, and being there 100% and, running 100%. So people know that they're there. I love Jamaica, and the more, as soon as we have an office, the more I'll visit Jamaica. So.
When will Ghana and the UK get Tonkat Ali?
As a matter of fact, I believe there's a shipment. I'm not sure. The UK can order Tonkat Ali right now. That's not an issue. They can get it because everything from the UK runs from the United States. So for Ghana, I believe there's a shipment of Tonkat Ali on its way right now. So
Simone says Jamaica loves you.
I know, man. I love Jamaica. And
now,
the food is just phenomenal.
I know, right? Naomi said, what are the benefits of the Scope Max?
The benefits of the Scope Max is a lot of running things that happen. Give me a second. I'll pull up this. So instead of talking, I'll just read it. Let's see. Give me a second. Let's see here. Here we go. Let me just look for Scope Max here. Okay. Number one, and the most important factor of the Scope Max is that it's a leptin resistance product, basically. So your leptin, is a gland in the middle of your brain that looks like a little peanut, basically. And what it does is that gland is the one that tells you, I'm starving, I'm hungry. Or when you smell something, it gives you hungry or makes you salivate every time you're talking about some food or something. That comes from that gland. And this prevents that gland to do that to you, number one. So imagine trying to accomplish a diet, and as you're accomplishing this diet, you're not hungry, you're not you're not looking at potato chips and saying, "Oh my goodness, I need to eat those," or look, somebody brought pizza, and you need to grab that, you need to do that, you need to eat that, So it's very, very, very powerful because of that. So, number one, that's a big part of this product, because there's leptin to control your leptin is very, very difficult, and this product can succeed at it pretty simple. Okay, so it controls that leptin hormone basically pretty awesome. So the leptin hormone also is in charge of your fat storage in your body, in controlling the fat storage in your body. So by controlling the leptin levels in the way your leptin hormone works, basically it could really resolve a lot of issues there with the fat reserve. So it's pretty powerful. Now, when leptin levels are in a high, for example, for extended periods of time, leptin resistance can develop, in your body. And that's pretty strong. So people, like I said, one of the issues and one of the biggest issues people have is their leptin is out of control. So by controlling your leptin, it's like a superfood for your diet, basically. Okay. Number two, that is important, and I'm trying to find the next one here, is that it doesn't let sugar synthesize in your blood system. So it prevents a lot of the sugars from entering and being absorbed. That is pretty powerful, especially in diets and stuff like that. It also is a product that burns fat that's inside your body, while it doesn't permit fats or new fats to come into your body. So when all these things are together and they're working the way they are, that's why people have that huge urge to go to the restroom sometimes, like all of a sudden after they eat 30 minutes. Because when you eat, your body is going to make sure that everything that you shouldn't have in your system is getting expulsed out. And we'll feel that in about 30. After that, you'll feel fantastic. So I always tell people, if you're taking the Scope capsule, don't take it if you're traveling somewhere and you're not going to be and you're eating. Go eat and make sure that you're in a place that, there's a restroom close by, because within 30 minutes, you're going to be needing it. And that's it. And then after that, you're fine. Now, is it the same as a detox tea? No. Detox tea is a whole different product. And it works in a whole different way. This one, you will go to the restroom a lot, yes. But you're removing everything that you're eating at the moment that is not supposed to go into your body. So you'll see a lot of different things. Now, what's the other thing that is powerful about this product? You will see inches crawling off of you really quickly. But weight may still be there. Why? Because your muscles, it doesn't reduce your muscle. It only reduces fat. All right? So that's why I recommend people to use it in combination with Life, or in combination with ACG, or combination with a steady diet, or combination with exercise. It all will help you reduce those inches. Like, you guys seen pictures of me? I mean, it's like since January, if you look at it, since I started using actually in mid-December, I'm down about 60 pounds and just eating. I'm not doing any diets. I'm not doing anything. I'm having meals every day. So it's pretty powerful. So I think I love the product. I've fallen in love with the product. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know if I was going to take the product out. We did a study with 100 people that used it. Within that study, half the people used half the people that used it did diets, and half of them didn't. And the funny part about it is that most had results. And when I say most, it's almost everybody. So there are a few people here and there that did not, but it was pretty powerful. So to me, I love the product. There was something else about the product that I forgot right now. I was thinking about it as I'm. Yeah, I mean that's I would definitely use that product every single day.
So I have to say, my open pack is here because 6 a.m. in the morning, I get on and I do Bible study on a Zoom. So I keep it here with some water so I can take it, because of course my stomach is empty. And what I've found since I've been using it is that I'm usually that hungry till about 11 o'clock or so. Now, I did tell Armand, I said, Armand, I'm almost through my first pack. I haven't dropped any weight. He said, well, did you measure yourself? And I said, well, no, I hadn't measured myself. However, I am seeing a difference in my clothes, my waist. The pants of my waist is getting looser, you know, and things like that. So I could tell, even though I did take my measurements, something is happening when it comes to how my clothes are fitting. So the key to all of our products is to just be consistent. And remember that everybody's going to have a different result.
You know, one more thing I just remembered. In that study with 100 people, we had a few people that were, you know, a gun-ho gym people, you know, building muscle and building everything, you know. They told me one thing that was spectacular, and at the end of this time that they were using it, because they had 90 days to use the product, basically. And one of the things that I thought it was spectacular was that one gentleman told me, and actually two people told me. It was one gentleman and it was one of the ladies that you'll see here at Vida Divina too, said the same thing, but she was not in the study, only him. But he told me this. He goes, ever since I've been using it, I'm not doing abs as much, but my abs show. And to me, that was really, really cool, because if you're taking the fat out of that area and just the muscle is not going away, it's pretty powerful. You know, it's all, to me, it's pretty cool. Plus, it has a powerful ingredient in it that I think a lot of people will love. It's a brand new product to the weight loss, you know, arena that we're bringing into it. It's a Lucifine, basically, and that product basically is just crazy if you research it and everything else in the weight loss arena. So it's pretty powerful.
Aisha says she can't wait to get her hands on it.
I can't wait till everybody's using it.
So now we have Samantha. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to try it. She asked, she said, my grandmother has swelling in her legs, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Is there anything that you can suggest that would help?
I'm a big proponent of reishi mushroom. If you would take a big giant scoop of the extract and put it into water, hot water, and drink it straight through, you're going to see great effects that will help her dramatically. To me, that is important, you know. Inflammation, we have, for example, our Dorado coffee, not a coffee, Dorado hot drink from Café Divina. That has turmeric in it. That inflammation and joint pains goes away pretty simple, and it's well known that turmeric does that. So it's a turmeric latte, basically. So it's pretty cool. So and it has reishi in it too. So it's a 1-2-3 punch at the moment. So try that. You'll see what happens.
Hazel Brooke had a similar question, just from the aspect of what products are best for pain in the Vida Divina line.
Ouch. That's why it's called ouch.
Ouch, ouch. Simone, why is it that Mars and Tonkat Ali are not available in Canada or the UK?
They might not be on the cart right now, but they were completely sold out recently. Now that Tonkat Ali is back on stock, Mars is back on stock, and there's a lot of gents and wives that really, you know, they're waiting for this product so their marriage could be, you know, okay.
Okay, now this is the last two that I have, guys. Submitted from Chicago, our Ruby leader, Mr. David Marquez, asks, well, I'm going to add a question with one of his. Well, this is a question, like that Sculpt Man's question. When will we be getting a new presentation, Boss Man?
I'm really hammering people right now for it. Trust me. I have a group that's coming in. That's a brand new English speaking group, and they need a presentation too. And I don't want to hand them the old one, so I'm trying to make sure that we get those ready. Probably this week or next week. I'm trying to push for that.
How do you see the English community growing in the next 5 years?
I see the English community doing, 500,000 a year to a million, 500 million a year, really in the next 5 years. So between the next 5 years, next 2 years, I think even maybe between the next 3 years, I think it's going to be a very powerful community. That's what we're looking for.
Armina said, yay! Someone just did another screen one. Any suggestions on products that could assist with kidney stones from Marcia Patterson?
I would say drink the tea.
Drink the tea. Okay, he already asked the questions about back pain. I'm skipping that, Armin. Zoom user. Is there a product or will there be a product for building lean muscles?
Definitely. We already started with Ripped. You guys, everybody loves the Ripped capsule. We do have the Pure, the protein for muscle building. And we are leading into that direction of having a lot more products that are gym-based for people, so like products that you'll see at the gym and everything else. So we are leading that way. We are doing a lot of consulting right now because we don't want to jump the gun on anything that we might not need. So we are consulting with a few people that, they're professionals in that area and making sure that we get the right products for you guys.
Okay, now chat, again, we don't make medical claims, but Naomi says she has a testimony with the tea helping with her kidney stones. So the tea is it. Now, next question.
Just drink it hot, okay?
Drink it hot, guys. Drink it hot. When heating the tea up, what's the best method? Since you've asked that question, that puts it out there. A lot of people usually have that question.
The tea is a lot more potent when it's hot. So you use it hot. If you drink it just regular cold, it's fine. But if you want it to be more potent, more stronger, hot. So don't microwave it. It's important. You'll kill all the minerals that the tea has. It's just put it on your stove and heat it up, and you'll see how powerful that is.
All right, and our last question for the evening. When are the new Mundo and Omega products launching, and what are their benefits?
That's a great question. And the Mundo product, we're just waiting for packaging. We literally have everything to make it. We're excited about it. And what it is Mundo, for example, Verde is all greens. It's like a greens drink. You probably already had a greens drink before, like a greens shake with a lot of different things. But what makes ours different than everybody else's is that our technology we have like a huge nano technology that we can remove basically the taste and add taste to it. So even though you have a lot of these greens, like for example, every 8-ounce serving is 10 servings of salads, it's 10 servings of vegetables, it's 10 servings of a lot of different things. So it's pretty powerful in the way it is, especially with kids that don't want to have their nutrition. Imagine them in 8 ounces loving and wanting more because it tastes like apple and juice and tastes like strawberries and tastes like berries and they like oranges and pineapples. That's what we've done with Mundo, basically. We've taken a trifecta, we call it the triangle of life, because you got all your greens, all your reds like beets that people don't like to eat and they're good for you, and take all that flavors out and add different flavors to it so you can enjoy them, and your kids will enjoy them and kids will want them. Imagine how if kids have their nutrition the way they should have, if foods were correct, if foods weren't being grown the way they are. Imagine them now being able to take in 8 ounces, being able to take as much as nutrition as they need per day, and then the rest of the day, whatever they do, they're going to be okay. That means they're not going to get as sick as often. That means they're going to be really well. They're going to be able to think a lot better. They're going to be able to absorb more stuff from school. They're going to be able to do a lot of different things because nutrition just helps.
All right. Now, somebody threw a last-minute question in. What's the age range for Factor Divina, and how does Factor Divina compare to the Mundo?
Factor Divina is very different. Factor Divina is not, for example, I see Mundo as nutrition. For example, it's vegetables, it's plants, it's a lot of plants that you wouldn't eat on a normal basis that are in there that your body does need. It's a lot of, for example, the reds, it's a lot of fruits and vegetables in the reds that you wouldn't normally eat them because they're just horrific. Like if you try to, for example, I don't know if you ever had a red cabbage, it's not that good, right? And some people push that cabbage aside when you see that. But imagine now liquefied with other, like beets and like other vegetables in there and some fruits and something, and it tastes like punch. It'll be awesome. I think kids will take it. That's the difference, okay? Now, what's the difference with Factor Divina? Factor Divina is I think it's a mix more than everything because I created it as a mix. And what I mean by a mix is, you know how you mix things with drinks, basically? So this is like, like you have the margarita mix. I don't drink alcohol, but you know there's margarita mixes and stuff like that. Well, it's similar to that in the perception of how we created the product. For example, you can take it just an ounce or 2 ounces of it straight. You're gonna fall in love with it. But it's over 30 superfoods that are in this product. For like the rishis, the nonis, the mangosteens, and all that stuff, okay? Now, imagine having this drink that tastes phenomenal, but you add it to a 12-ounce or 20-ounce water. You'll convert that to a phenomenal drink. Now, if you add those ounce or 2 ounces to a bubbly water, like sparkling water, it becomes a soda that kids can drink, no sugars in it, no nothing. It's phenomenal for you. Has a lot of energy, a lot of different things. If you add those 2 ounces to milk, your kids will love it because it becomes almost like a quick strawberry milk, the taste of it, but it has all that nutrition in it. You put that in any types of milk, like almond milk or whatever, it's going to be phenomenal. You put it in hot water, like those ounce into hot water, it becomes a fusion that is pretty powerful. If you put that, into, for example, anything you can think, you add it to orange juice. It's phenomenal in orange juice. So you can add it to a lot of different things. You can cook with it too. That's a big difference too. I mean, that you can use it. So it's a very huge, a very powerful concentrate that is going to change your life if you use it every day. That's all I can tell you. So it's two different type of products. Mundo is just nutrition. Like kids will not eat salads. Kids will not eat. They'll get a burger from McDonald's. They'll pull the tomatoes and the lettuce and the pickles on it. I know McDonald's don't have that stuff, but like a regular burger, they'll pull that stuff out. They won't even have that. Whatever is nutritional inside of it, this will give the kids the nutrition they need. So there's two different type of products.
All right, awesome. So I'm going to shut it down right now, guys. I'm going to shut it down. Oh, well, somebody said, is spirulina in the Mundo?
Yes, it is. In the greens.
All right.
There's
okay.
algae alpha is in there, and there's a lot of other algae that they're going to help you. That's what I said. There's a lot of horrible tasting stuff in there that's very, very, very good for you, but it doesn't taste like that. Because we were able to remove the taste and add different taste to it. That is a taste that kids will love, you will love. If you close your eyes, you'll never, ever guess it's greens. Let me just put it that way.
All right, Lisa, he's talking about Mundo. That was the last part of the Mundo. All right, so Armand, do you have one last thing that you want to say to the family before we shut the doors tonight?
Well, the only thing I can tell you is that we're waiting for a lot of people to hit ranks today. And I know that you're going to be doing your closing today for the month. I know they're going to be pushing. I know you're going to try to get your numbers up before the night's down. I wish everybody success. I do believe that this opportunity has blessed a lot of people around the world. And I have the pleasure to have seen so many testimonials on how this company has helped. I've heard a lot of your testimonials. I've heard a lot of what's, how your lives have changed. I've heard stories of, how, from living in an apartment with multiple families to now having your own home. That's powerful stuff. And you know what? Nothing puts me down at night to sleep on a pillow without waking up. Just nothing puts me more comfortable to knowing that we're doing some good in this world. And I appreciate every single one of you that puts their grain of sand into this powerful company that we have. It's called Vida Divina. So God bless to everybody. God bless, from behalf of my wife, my family, just a whole corporate team around the world that is just, here for you guys and trying to do things that are powerful for every single one of you. Like, from all my diamonds around the world, that they are working every day. I don't even know sometimes where they're at around the world because everybody's flying everywhere doing meetings. And I love everybody who's doing that and pushing the vision for this company all over, wherever you need it. So to me, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, that I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm always will be here for anything that you guys need. You guys know that. Let's grow this. Let's grow your life from tragic to magic. Let's move forward and grow things that only dreams in other people's minds would be accomplished. Let's do it, Ryan.
Absolutely. And what do we do to do that? Be back here next Tuesday and Thursday and bring 2 people with you. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Armand.
God bless.
God